Dear friends, today I will read for you Sannata Hi Sannata written by Malti Joshi. You can also listen to the Hindi version of this story on my other channel and you can find the link in the description box. So let's begin with the story. The postman went away after giving away the post, but his post made an abrupt end to the ongoing celebration in the house. Savitri seemed to have lumbered. Her hand had stopped frying the basin for laddus. Sunita jumped in to hold the spatula. Her quirkiness saved the basin from burning. Seeing her mother lost, Naresh also became very sad. He sat down beside her and said sympathetically, Amma, please be strong. You suddenly became so sad. You know, army's job is like this only. If they call us even during midnight, we have to go. This is not new. Until now, you should have become habitual of it. Habitual? Does anyone becomes habitual for any such things? After an year-long wait, my son comes back home. She keeps on adding items to the list of delicacies in her mind, but she can barely make only half of them. Till then, the holidays are over. He leaves and Savitri lives with great repentance in her heart. This time, merely 15 days had passed and he had been called back. There is no sign of war in the nation, but since these are government orders, they cannot be ignored. Government wants to keep their soldiers alert. Don't know when and where the need arises. Shobha, Savitri called her by suppressing her inner cyclone and said, Beta, please collect all his clothes. They are scattered throughout the house. If they need to be ironed, then send Rakesh. He will get them ironed. And washerman took his 2 shirts yesterday for washing. See, have they come or not? By making her mind strong, Savitri got engaged in her son's preparations. But she saw that her daughter-in-law, Shobha, was not affected by her overreaction. She was standing in the same manner by bowing her head down. What is it, Shobha? That day, did Munshiji gave you the receipt of dry cleaning clothes? It is with Sunita. Why? Those 2 saris that had gone for dry cleaning can also be picked. Nareshji is leaving. So, oh, what is the rush for your saris? First get his things ready. Shobha stood there flickering her fingers with the sari and slowly she said, It would be okay if I leave with him. After 15 days, the school is also reopening. Then I need to go. Long distance traveling with kids is not my cup of tea. Savitri was numb. She didn't imagine about her daughter-in-law leaving at the same time. Very hardly had she convinced herself for Rakesh's departure. Why is she in such a rush? Till now, I have not properly loved Bablu and Gudiya. Kids still have 15 days vacation. Then what is the problem? Rakesh will drop you. They are not doing any MA BA. 2-3 days will not make any effect. There will be problem of his food also. Will he manage the house or will he work in the office? Delhi is not any countryside, squabbled Savitri. Don't they have a mess over there? After seeing her mother-in-law's face, Shobha slipped from kitchen. Savitri also took a sigh of relief. It is also good that my daughter-in-law does not respond back. Otherwise, girls, these days, they do not hesitate in rubbing all their knowledge on their mother-in-laws. Shobha went away quietly, but after 10 minutes, Naresh entered in the kitchen and sat down beside Savitri. Savitri was kneading maida for matris. What do you keep doing, Amma? Rest a little bit. Son's voice was filled with flattery, but Savitri didn't got any happy and said flatly, Beta, I will get rest only after when I die. You say what you want to say. Naresh got a little nervous, but then he gathered all his courage and said, If you permit, can I take Shobha with me? Why? Her cousin brother is getting married. She was saying, on this pretext, I will be able to visit my granny's home. How come this marriage came up at once? Not suddenly, Amma. They had sent invitation 2 months back only. But since we had to come here, so we had cancelled the program of going in the wedding. Now since my leaves are cancelled, your leaves are cancelled, not hers. But traveling is also a problem, Amma. If she wishes to go, then that is another thing. Otherwise, I had told her that Rakesh will drop you. Rakesh will drop her, Amma. But you also think it is an unnecessary expenditure of 200 or 300 rupees. That amount of money can be used in some other things in house. Savitri was quiet. He was right. They are not rich people to spend 200 or 300 rupees like that only. She only wanted that Rakesh will get a chance to visit Delhi on the pretext of dropping his bhabhi. Poor kids, they are unable to go anywhere. Within an year's marriage are planned in relation, but they are not able to go. Out of compulsion, if parents have to go, their kids are left behind. It is not easy to go somewhere. Should one go and arrange for fare or the Nek Dastur? Naresh sent home a fixed amount of money. If ever anyone demands an additional for any such thing, then he would give a long lecture. You all are engaged in unnecessary ditches. Who performs such long kinship? He is an earning member, so everyone has to listen to him quietly. He gives sermon to his parents, but himself never misses any function at his in-laws' place. It is understood that Ghaziabad is nearby, but still expenses take place. Someone or other from Shobha's family keep visiting them, but Naresh never ever thinks about his own brother or sisters, who spread in front of him like a carpet. Sometime let me take them and roam around in Delhi. Every time he is crying for fare. Last year Sharma ji had gone to Haridwar. Since it was like home, without any prior information, she had sent Sunita to Delhi. She thought Savita also faces monotony living in this town. If she will roam around a little bit, then she will feel good. With siblings, she will also feel good. She will learn some urban etiquettes and manner from her bhabhi. But this could not happen. When Sunita came back, she was very upset. She said there was no roaming around. From day one, she was laden with work, like they have got a free maid. Bhabhi's cousin were visiting her. No one used to make them fetch even a glass of water. Bhabhi used to do smooth talk and say, our Sunita is very intelligent. She is very fond of cooking and always want to cook something new and different. Fondness. Poor fellow learnt everything out of compulsion. Amma's disease made her look old, even at such a tender age. She had thought that when her daughter-in-law will come, Sunita will get some rest. But no, after their coming to home on leave, the work doubles. They come home like guests visiting to spend their vacations. They take their brother and sister to watch movie for a single time. And rest, they keep roaming around from morning till evening. Dinners at friends' place, picnic with friends, and shopping also. Amma and Sunita would babysit the kids and wait for them at dinner with the lavish recipes. There are so many things that Savitri wants to say but never gets a chance. She wants to say that now focus on Sunita. Make her learn new things, new trends and style. If possible, leave any of your suit or sari. These days, no one likes a Sughar Sushil girl. Everyone wants snapping flair. It is important to move with the flow, otherwise, the girl will remain unmarried. It is evident that these talks cannot be done in front of Naresh, and it is very difficult to catch Shobha alone. Such a small house, and kids are always standing on the head. If Shobha will also leave with Naresh, then all these talks will remain buried in her mind. Suddenly she remembered yesterday night Ashtana ji had given whereabouts of a boy who works in a factory in Faridabad. The boy is a resident of Bareilly. Savitri had kept the paper safely, thinking that she will give it to Naresh while he is leaving. But since everything was decided suddenly, she took out the paper from her cupboard and climbed up the staircase. On reaching upstairs, the moment she turned towards the room, she stopped before the door. A heated argument was rolling inside. I meant to say that if Amma is insisting so much, then stay back for 4-5 days. If you wish, I will do a telegram. Call you. No, Baba, no. Don't leave me here. I will die. Why? What's the point of dying? People don't live. It's different for other people. I cannot stay back. What is the problem? Everyone love you so much, especially Amma. Love is fine, but have you seen the work here? From morning till evening, cooking food, washing clothes. Oh, I will get deceit in my hand. And because of you, I get to rest for an hour or two. After your leaving, I will get buried in the kitchen. Why do you find these tiny things like a mountain? Poor Sunita, she also do all these things. It is all about habit. Anyways, you leave about work. There is no place also to rest a little bit. The moment you leave, everyone will crowd this room. See, every month you send 500 rupees and I don't say anything. I will obey all of your instructions, but don't ask me to stay here. Savitri didn't have the courage to listen anymore. Quietly, she came down. Although she wanted to shout and say, I don't want your 500 rupees. Keep it with you. We will eat dry morsel and live. But is it so easy to say such a big thing and so easily? If Naresh stops sending money every month, then there are so many things that will get stuck. Mahesh's tuition fees, Mahesh's shoes, Muni's sweater, sari for Sunita, milk for Babuji, her own medicines. There are so many requirements wrapped with that money order. How can one ignore with this bare truth? While leaving, like always, Naresh's eyes were filled with tears. Savitri felt attached again. It's right. Boys have to leave home to earn. They should remain happy wherever they live. Their body might be in a different place, but soul, that should remain connected. Bubbling with motherhood, the moment Savitri saw Shobha's face, all her love evaporated. See how happy she is, as if she is getting released from any jail. However, while touching her feet, she didn't forget to fake cry. Oh, Ammaji, I could not stay with you anymore. Maybe I am not destined to look after you. Honestly, I am feeling very bad. Kids will yearn for their Dada Dadi. They were jumping with excitement from month to come here, and these 15 days passed so quickly. On seeing Shobha's sentimentality, neighboring ladies were getting wet, but Savitri stood like a statue. Giving her blessing was a work which Savitri had done. Sunita was crying inconsolably by hugging Bablu and Gudiya. Savitri controlled her feelings and bid a kissing goodbye on children's forehead. Children have gone to bus stand to see off their bhaiya and bhabhi. Their father had gone to Lala's shop where he seized the account. The entire house was quiet, but more than house, her inner soul was alone. Outer silence will be broken when kids will come back. But what about her inner self? So, friends, this is the end of the story. Please stay tuned for the next story. Thank you.